This message contains psychological truths that some viewers may find liberating. Viewer discretion is advised. This was never meant to reach the public, but if you're watching this, you were meant to hear it. They told me not to say this out loud. Not in this era, not in this culture. But Machiavelli didn't care about comfort. He cared about clarity. And here's one thing he whispered to those who ruled behind closed doors. The wrong woman won't just break your heart, she'll break your empire. Not with a sword, but with softness that poisons, with beauty that blinds, with words that rewrite the script of who you thought you were. This isn't about blame. It's about power, and how, if you don't choose wisely, your strength becomes her stage, and your downfall becomes her entertainment. But no one talks about this, because the truth is too useful to those who benefit from your blindness. Tell me something. Have you ever sat next to a woman who felt like fire, only to later realize she left you burned, empty, and questioning your own damn worth? Have you ever poured loyalty into someone who fed you silence in return? Maybe you gave her your time, your plans, your protection, and she gave you ambiguity, cold shoulder dressed as independence, a half-hearted love story starring you as the optional character. You thought being a good man was enough. You were taught that if you were strong, honest, respectful, the right woman would appear like magic. But Machiavelli, he'd laugh at that. He'd whisper, "Men are destroyed not by their enemies, but by the illusions they fall in love with." And suddenly, your pain isn't random. It's calculated. It's what happens when the prince forgets how the game works. Niccolo Machiavelli, the ruthless architect of political strategy, wasn't writing love advice, but he understood human nature. He wrote not about how things should be, but how they really are. He said, "The lion cannot protect himself from traps, and the fox cannot defend himself from wolves. One must therefore be a fox to recognize traps and a lion to frighten wolves." And what most modern men don't realize is that women can be both. She can be the trap and the predator, if you don't know what you're choosing. Because love, in Machiavelli's world, was never just a feeling. It was a tactic, an alignment of power, a careful weighing of risks, rewards, and hidden motives. Here's the twist no one sees coming. It's not her beauty that destroys you. It's your blindness to what's beneath it. The man who craves admiration is the easiest to manipulate. The man who wants peace at any cost is the first to lose his freedom. And the man who says, "I just want a good woman," often doesn't know what good even means. You see, Machiavelli didn't warn against women. He warned against illusions, against men who surrender power in the name of love, but forget to ask, what does she love more, me or the power I give her? Because a woman's loyalty is not proven by how she loves you at your peak, but how she treats you when you have nothing left to offer her. If this is hitting you somewhere you can't quite explain, it's because you felt it before. That deep internal whisper that says, something isn't right. And maybe no one around you gets it. Maybe they mock your standards, call you toxic, or say real men don't think like that. But if this truth feels like a home your soul forgot, then you're exactly where you need to be. So if you've been silent for too long, click like as your first stand. Leave a comment to remind yourself you are not blind anymore. And subscribe, because this is not a one-time awakening. This is a movement of minds reclaiming what the world told them to ignore. Let me show you something subtle but deadly. Imagine two women. Both are beautiful. Both smile at you. Both say they want a real man. But one sees you as a path to stability. The other sees you as a mirror for her soul. One tests your generosity. The other tests your character. One retreats the moment life gets hard. The other sharpens your edge and walks beside you through the fire. Here's the micro win. You start seeing the difference. Not with your eyes, but with your gut. Machiavelli taught that the wise man does not wait for betrayal to learn the truth. He sees it before it arrives. Your power begins the moment you stop asking, "Does she like me?" and start asking, "Is she even worthy of walking beside the man I'm becoming?" Because the truth is this: some women don't want a man. They want a project, a puppet, a placeholder until something better arrives. And some men have forgotten what it means to be a fortress. But Machiavelli, he remembered. He knew that in a world full of masks, the strongest man is the one who can see through them. The man who knows that choosing a woman is not about filling a void, but about protecting your kingdom, not your castle, not your car, not your career, but the empire within you, your vision, your mind, your future children, your peace. Because a woman can either multiply your purpose or murder it softly. Let me leave you with this. Machiavelli never married. He observed. He studied. He wrote. And he whispered truths that still echo through time. If love is a battlefield, then choosing a partner is the most critical war decision of your life. A queen doesn't just wear a crown. She protects the throne. She builds with you. She respects your silence. She doesn't compete with your mission. She completes its meaning. So here's the metaphor you'll carry forever. You are the fire. She is either the wind that spreads you or the water that puts you out. Choose carefully.